Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. The U.S. economy is facing another headache. In addition to the United Auto Workers Union strike and ongoing inflation concerns, the threat of yet another potential government shutdown is looming, and the deadline is getting closer by the minute. The Advocate Channel's John Lawrence reports.
Washington, D.C. is once again staring into the face of a financial dilemma. If some sort of deal isn't made by the end of the month, the government will have to close its doors.
We're going to get this done. Nobody wins in a government shutdown.
Not everyone is as optimistic as House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, including Republican Rep. Ralph Norman of South Carolina.
Let's get through this budget debate. Let's get through the spending shutdown, which is going to happen, and then we'll see.
President Joe Biden, while promoting his namesake economic policy, Bidenomics, blasted the Republicans for what he calls MAGAnomics.
They tell you what they're against. What are they for? It's like they want to keep it a secret. I don't blame them.
The White House says Congress should move forward with the bipartisan agreement voted on and approved earlier this year.
A deal is a deal. They should keep their word, and they should keep the government open.
In the meantime, the clock is still ticking.
What we're basically proposing is that there's no travel money. There'll be an automatic renewal of a continuing resolution every 2 weeks until we get a solution.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Well, the CDC says U.S. hospitals can expect the burden from this year's respiratory virus season to be similar to last year's. But the analysis says the added risk from COVID will probably make this season worse than in pre-pandemic years, when influenza and RSV were the main concerns. The analysis also finds that the peak of the season, there could be between 15 to 25 new weekly hospitalizations for every 100,000 people in the U.S. COVID will probably account for half of those new hospitalizations, with flu and RSV combined accounting for the other half. Chick-fil-A has returned to the United Kingdom after retreating following a gay rights backlash. LGBTQ rights protesters forced the fast food chain to close a pop-up site in the UK in 2019. For years, the chain faced criticism for its past donations to organizations which have expressed opposition to gay rights, including same-sex marriage. In 2019, Chick-fil-A ended donations to anti-LGBTQ groups and said it would only give to organizations working on education, homelessness, and hunger. 4 years later, the company says that it will open its first store in early 2025. Another 4 will open over the following 2 years. All of them will be franchises. The IRS is freezing a pandemic-era employer tax benefit. The organization says the move comes amid rising concerns about improper employee retention credit claims. Officials say that this is temporary, but will remain in place at least through the end of the year. The agency is investigating nearly $3 billion in possible fraudulent claims. The IRS says that there are growing reports of claims that are ineligible, putting businesses at risk for being scammed, and that this is an effort to protect those who have used the system honestly. The third Republican presidential primary debate will be held in Miami in early November. That's according to sources familiar with the event. NBC and Salem Media are reportedly in talks to host the Miami debate. The first 2024 GOP debate took place in Milwaukee last month, and the second is scheduled to take place at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in California on September 27th. The Republican National Committee has not yet announced the debate qualifying criteria for the Miami event. And thanks so much for watching AC 24/7. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. For AC 24/7, I'm Aaron Dean.